The fuck is that?
Oh my god, what the hell?
Hi guys, Ben Swifty channel here. Saw the Eras Tour movie last night. Unsurprisingly, pretty much the greatest film ever made.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
And yeah, I'm sure my usual audience really gives a shit about this review. But you know what? You're gonna fucking watch this shit anyway, because I deem it so.
No, I don't think I will.
Are you allergic to awesomeness?
Yeah, anyways, for the two people who didn't click off the video, or any Swifties who are new to the channel, this was a masterpiece, and just a singular theater experience. Like, unequivocally the most obnoxious crowd I've ever experienced in a theater, and I would not have had it any other way. Like, I legitimately left with tinnitus from everybody shout singing, and it was pretty great. Anyways, we're gonna break this shit down, era by era, ba-bam! First up, we got Lover, which is your favorite album if you have bad taste.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
Kidding, guys. Joking.
Please don't shoot me. Just taking out the garbage.
Anyways, Lover is good, and yeah. Ostensibly opens with Cruel Summer.
Am I a joke to you?
Freaking banger, one of the best songs of all time, a real sleeper hit that's finally getting its moment. Yeah, anyways, Lover, it's good. Not my personal favorite album, though, you know, I honestly could have gone for Afterglow and the regular set list. Instead, however, the editors decided to inexplicably cut The Archer.
What? No!
What in the fuck are you doing?
Which is the best song on the album, and of course they had to keep the dud singles from the set list. Yeah, I said what I said. Anyways, Fearless is next, and completely slapped, obviously. The title track, You Belong With Me, love story, all utterly phenomenal. Though I will say, I felt like my audience were kind of novices when it came to this era. Like, the shout singing just got noticeably quieter on the bridge of Fearless. I'm just thinking, guys, like, come on, you should know this. Anyways, Evermore is up next, and if there was something that I liked about Evermore, and Folklore as well in this movie, it's that they kind of got people to shut the hell up for about 20 minutes. Now listen, not that I didn't enjoy the shout singing, but it was also nice to hear the actual film on occasion. And yeah, the vocals on Tolerate It, chef's kiss, mate. That bass drum in the verses and surround sound as well. Freaking fire, honestly.
It's the spot.
Definitely a shame that 'Tis the Damn Season got cut, because, you know, that's one of my absolute favorites from the album. I've always struggled to pick a singular favorite from Evermore, but I think recently I've landed on Happiness, which is one of just the best songs she's ever written. Criminally underrated as well, honestly. Would have loved to have seen it on the regular set list, but, you know, that was probably never gonna happen.
I would have loved to see this in the theater and to have seen it in IMAX.
Anyways, Reputation starts up next, and it was pretty much the most hype shit imaginable. Because, you know, Reputation was just that bitch. Like, it's such a cult classic at this point. Getaway Car not being on the set list, though, is, it's unacceptable, honestly. No other way to put it. But yeah, ready for it. Total banger. The perfect album/era opener. Look What You Made Me Do, as well, has aged like a fine wine. I'm sorry, the old Taylor can't come to the phone right now. Like, legitimately one of the most iconic cultural moments of the past 10 years. Speaking of iconic shit, would have liked to have seen I Did Something Bad on the set list, but that's probably just me being salty that I didn't see Reputation live, because I was a newer fan at that point and was an uncultured swine who didn't like it at first. Anyways, next up, we got Speak Now, which got one song for reasons that I will never understand. Either way, at least we got Enchanted, which is not only the best song on the album, but yeah, probably my second favorite song of all time. But yeah, could have had Back to December. Could have had Haunted, which would have been fucking amazing live. Either way, next up we got Red, which is not only my favorite Taylor Swift album, but just my favorite album of all time in general.
You bet your damn asses.
The set list was a bit too single-heavy for my taste, considering half of it for this act was like bottom 3 songs from the album for me. Regardless, can't really complain when we got All Too Well 10-minute version, the best song of all time, the Citizen Kane of music. And yeah, I kind of go back and forth on whether I prefer the original version or the 10-minute version, just because there's some structural advantages to the original. But honestly, hearing it last night again, I might have to go with the 10-minute version because it's just so epic in scope, and there's such a great sense of hindsight to the vocal performance. Anyways, next up, we got Folklore, every normie's favorite Taylor Swift album. Yeah, sorry, I had to do it. Understandably so, though. It's definitely in my top 10 favorite albums of all time. I just never loved the consensus from the general public of,
Wait, Taylor Swift makes good music now?
it's just like, bitch, you clearly have not heard Speak Now, or really much of anything. Why don't you go culture yourself a bit before you talk out of your ass?
Check your facts before you say something.
Either way, Folklore unsurprisingly served like the S-tier masterpiece album that it is. Cardigan getting cut was pretty inexcusable, but at least August got saved, which is, yeah. Best song on the album, top 10 favorite Taylor Swift songs, potentially top 10 favorite songs of all time. And yeah, honestly, the shout singing on this one was a bit too loud for my taste.
You're being too loud. Thank you.
Like, yeah, I get it, it's August, but just calm your shit.
No, I don't think I will.
Either way, next up we got 1989.
Holy shit.
Which is just like the most iconic shit ever. Like, this was the first Taylor Swift album I listened to. This is the album that indoctrinated me into the Swift cult, and yeah, there was no going back.
There's no going back.
And yeah, Style, one of the best produced songs of all time, one of the best chorus hits of all time. Would I have swapped out Shake It Off or Bad Blood for Clean? Yeah. Shit, yeah, I would have.
Shit, yeah.
Really more of the fans' fan choice, but obviously Joe Normie wouldn't have approved if Shake It Off was not on the set list. But yeah, it's 1989. It's not like there's a bad song, though certainly Rust in Peace to Out of the Woods not making the cut. Anyways, next up, we have the surprise song act. Because Debut can just eat shit, apparently.
Wow. Well, that's unfortunate.
Either way, Debut got some representation. You're on Your Own, Kid as well. Certainly one of the best from Midnight, so no complaints there. Anyways, last but not least, we got Midnights, which a lot of special snowflakes want to pretend is some mediocre album that's just aged so poorly.
Saying that it's bad or it's like mediocre.
And yeah, that take is just absolute dog shit. The album absolutely slapped when it released, and it still absolutely slaps almost a full year later. Like, oh my gosh, when Lavender Haze starts up and the soundscape is just engulfed in that bass.
Hot damn!
And the unrealistic part of my brain would have loved to have seen Dear Reader, which is, in my opinion, a candidate for the best song on the album, and one of the best songs she's ever made. But of course the plebeians on Spotify didn't appreciate it, and it's one of, if not the lowest streamed songs on the album.
Oh my god, what the hell?
Either way, vigilante shit comes up, and I just instinctively knew that everyone would lose their shit over this. And yeah, it's vigilante shit live, dude. Like, what do you want me to say? My 99% female audience was into it, apparently. Just like, damn, girl. And of course, I'm just sitting there, trying to not look like a total weirdo, thinking, yeah, pretty much.
Holy shit.
Anyways, Bejeweled is next, and yeah, that song has grown on me quite a bit. Really proof that there's just not a weak song on Midnights. Mastermind and Karma as well, good stuff. Personally would have thrown Maroon in the mix, but it is what it is. Anyways, definitely gonna need the director's cut with the Archer and everything else, preferably on a Blu-ray, honestly, and not some crap streaming service. Like, I went behind the scenes, and I mostly just want to have this in my movie collection right next to Taxi Driver, so I can just be like, yeah, this is cinema. Anyways, as someone who did see the actual tour in person, does this film hold a candle? Not really, but it was frankly never going to, considering that I got floor seats and had Taylor Swift standing like 15 feet in front of me.
What do you want, a fucking medal?
What do you want me to fucking say?
Yeah, sorry, a bit of a flex alert there, but you know, it's really the only thing I've ever accomplished in life, so I'll flex it for all it's worth, damn it. Anyways, 10 out of 10, obviously, best film of the year, probably the best film ever made. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, leave a like on the video, if you don't mind. Also, shout out to Based Chris Stuckman coming through with one of his better takes in a long-ass time.
I would say going into the film, I was a casual listener to her catalog. Going out of the film, though, I would say that the movie made me a fan.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Anyways, thank you for watching. Yeah, guess that's it. Bye.
What are these artists' worst albums? For Taylor, that is going to be Reputation.
You have no taste.
Well, here we go. All I have to do now is put on some Taylor Swift and let the road guide us.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day.